Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Another Day Lounge, where I'm playing more Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did, well, we started Pyros, which was already quite a hefty start. Off camera, I tried to get to a fate that I could do right over here. However, the people did not listen to my request to wait, and they pulled anyway, meaning that the fate was done when I arrived, so no point in recording that. And, well, at least for this one I managed to make it in time. Then I'm gonna try to get these people to wait, because, well, it seems to be very difficult, so... I can maybe ask for another G though, hoping that I can get... Even though I am on the level of this fate, so I should normally be able to pull my own weight. Which is fine by me. You see, sometimes you get good instances with people who care. And sometimes you get instances like this with people who don't really seem to care. So yeah. Such is the fate of... Or such is the way of things in Eureka. You have good Eureka days and not so good Eureka days. I feel like the farther you go though, the more... Unfortunately, the more that you're gonna see stuff like this. Here's Pyros. I feel like Hidatos has this less, but Pyros has this a lot. My worst experiences in Eureka happened in Pyros, for anybody's information. It is this place that made me not like, well, Pyros wasn't amazing either, but I felt like the society in Pyros wasn't as bad as in Pyros. I think one of the big things is probably still the fact that, like, in Pyros there's so many items that actually are worth a lot of money that you can get, so people just kind of really focus only on that. You have the same in Pagos, but it's less prevalent, let's say it like that. Then it's only like 2 items, and those fates do not, like, they take a while to respawn. Well, a lot of the fates over here that give you the rare item tend to just spawn, like they spawn like normal fates, really. A lot of them in any case, except for Skull and Penny, I guess. But those are the same as, like, the freaking crab and Louis in Pagos. So. And then Animos is just the best island. I think for me, Animos is usually the place where you experience the best of times. Animos and maybe Hidatos, but Hidatos can also be kind of cutthroat from time to time, because it's also a lot of like, people trying to be very efficient, and then you've got other people from like a chaos server, which apparently their rule is like you just immediately pull, so you don't really wait for anybody, and then it doesn't create the best situations, I would say. But hey, it's an opinion. I'm not gonna say that I'm a saint and that I always wait 100% each time for everybody. There's a limit though. There definitely is a limit. And also totally depends on like whether or not the people in question actually answer. So, because that's another thing that kind of doesn't happen a lot too. There's somebody who like, if I am like, the thing is I'm only one person out of like a group of who knows how many people, but usually if somebody asks me to wait, I will wait. But that doesn't stop other people from getting antsy and just wanting to get it done with and not wanting to wait. And that, my friends, is why I sometimes prefer being in an instance on my own. Especially Pyros, because I will have Logos actions, which will help me out a lot. But whatever, so be it. Every good thing has its bad thing. I know this is sudden, but I have to ask, you didn't stumble across a piece of magicite recently, did you? I was afraid you might say no. You see, I've been tracking a number of confluences, but before I could pinpoint their exact location, each vanished without a trace. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, given that the ethereal currents have become more stable as a result, but And I cannot believe this is a natural occurrence. Magicite doesn't simply vanish on its own, which leads me to believe someone is collecting it. If not you, then that leaves Ajika? But even if he is trying to help, he could at least let us know. And if he's not doing it for us, then that leads me to wonder why. Until we meet again, though, we can only carry on with our original plans. There's one confluence I've located in West Flame Rock, but has yet to dissipate. If you would be so kind as to hasten to it and retrieve it, I would be most grateful. Where in the heck is this? Okay. It's actually right where I was earlier, because that's usually what happens. That's not a new thing. Let's go to the Carbonite Quarry. Now we finally have all these freaking Ethernet shards. Okay, there we go. Hope you're ready for another fight of like half an hour. There's some random enemy that aggroed onto me. I mean, I may be able to out-aggro this guy. Like, outrange him, basically. Yeah, shouldn't be too big of an issue. He should normally back off now. There we go. Hope that that bear doesn't come to me. And we get the thing, and that's it. Okay. Let's go. Just return, because I don't feel like walking back. I'm also like very close to the level that I need to be to start just running around in the northern part and grind enemies over there. Welcome back. I take it you have a Magicite for me? And Ajika was nowhere to be found, was he? Not that I expected us to get that lucky again. As for me and my research, I think I'm getting closer and closer to understanding Grandfather's intent in reversing the flow. You'll forgive me if I refrain from divulging my theories until I'm more confident, though. I wouldn't want to look a fool. Level 45, alright. Well, I will be back once I've reached that level or run into a new fate. Okay. I have leveled up a little bit in Pyros. And I was about to run out of time in the instance. So I was like, okay, I can just drop these duty actions that I have. And now, I am going to go and test out another thing, which I've actually never done before. Because I didn't need to, because I was already over leveled once I got to these islands. Anyway, let's go. I bought some logos on the market board. You can just buy the logograms on the market board. Some of them are more expensive than other ones. This one was fine, fundamental, but the curative one was quite expensive. So what I need is Protect and Esuna. I need more than one Protect and then like an Esuna. At least a single Esuna. There we go. I got one of them. Just go and keep opening a couple more of them. I'm gonna need them anyway. And then from the curative one, I'm going to need Wisdom of the Ordained. There we go. Right. So, the thing that I'm now going to go and do is... So we're going to go and put Protect and Esuna together. How do I do this, actually? Because then I would have to do that, and then I need to add Wisdom of the Ordained. I think. We're going to take a look again. Actually, no, wait, this would be... No. I need to be in here then, I think. Or not. Because you can make a shell with those two. Right, I can make it, but it doesn't... okay, actually, scratch that. I don't have what I need yet. Allow me to be right back. Okay. Right, I need to talk to Drake first. Give me... yes, I use Medicative, because we want to get shell. Logo. And then we're going to go and combine shell, Wisdom of the Ordained, and Protect. All of these, with their powers combined, we get Reflect. Which gives us 99 uses of Reflect. Now this could end very badly, what I'm about to attempt. One, because I don't really know how it works. That's one thing. I think that's the biggest thing, in all fairness. I don't really know how this works, if this even works, to begin with. How long does this last? 10 seconds. So the idea is that you could pull an enemy of this kind, and you can just use Reflect, which will reflect the damage back at him. That's the entire idea. So what you can do is just use Reflect and just walk around, having it be up at all times. Whenever you cast a spell, you will get the attention of the enemy, or of the enemies around here. Just grab one of these. Use another one of these. There's a dingo after me, bruh. I was wondering why I was taking damage. Anyway, this is the strat. This is kind of the strat. You know, while this is happening, I can still just do damage. Myself, even though the damage is going to be very horrible. But I can use it to use Raw Intuition and heal myself up. Specifically against that one fucking stupid-ass dingo that's following me. So, just another one of those. I'm also going to spin my thing around to have... well, I tried to do something. Oh god! Oh no! Well, there we go. So, it would have been fine if that one dingo didn't follow me, because that's actually the reason why I was distracted and then died. Anyway, my first death in Eureka. Let's go and see if people are willing to give me a res. In any case, one of them got killed, and I did get 300,000 elemental XP for it. So now all I can hope for is that somebody will rest me. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue doing this. Next time a little bit better, I would say. Would be really, really preferable. If you know. It'd be really preferable if I had a fairy, but nobody has called one out yet, and I'm honest to God not in the mood to ask for it either in this instance. Yay! Stash. Okay. Good bean. Right, let us try it again then. This time, I'm just gonna try it again. It's as simple as that. I guess I'll show it off again. So let me just go and do one of these. Hit that guy. Hit this guy. Hit that guy. Here's another reflect. Hit that guy. Here's another reflect because I'm scared as fuck. Just need to make sure that I don't catch the attention of the dingo or the other enemy around here. Don't really know what those guys go off of. It may just be damage. The Ashkin do tend to have that. I think if you unequip your armor, you would take like even more damage, and then you would also reflect more damage, I'm pretty sure. Or it may only be elemental. Could also be a thing. Oh god. Yeah, that was a close one. That was a close one. And now we're just gonna be waiting over here. I think I can actually reflect the AoEs too. Yeah. Just everything gets reflected. There we go. Lots of XP for no effort whatsoever. I'm not sure from how early on you can do this. You may be able to do it from the beginning of the instance too, but I wanted to do it once I got this teleportation point, because That would just make things a lot easier for me, should I die, or if I need to go back and get a new thing or whatever. But in general, it just makes all the things easier. Let's counter me again, thank you. Right, and I will just go and do this until, you know, I get what I need, so BRB. Ahahaha. So, this is literally the final thing I need to do, by the way. I got to the maximum level, I got all the crystals I need. So the next thing that we're going to do is get logo sections, like enough of them to get all the upgrades available. What was there again? Whatever. Oh boy. There are problems. There are problems. Anyway, Penny is actually very similar to another boss in what's it again? What's the place called? Damn, I can't remember. Dunce Cave, there we go. She shares the same model as that one boss. And she does very similar moves too. Just line attacks, jumping around, that's what she does a lot. Center of Conviction means that, you know, the center of her hitbox is a safe spot. However, normally it's just like, you know, the 25 pull timer. Apparently people were asking about stuff. I was being called right before this freaking recording. So yeah. However, there's apparently some other problems with people who suddenly want it to be 22 minutes instead of it's instead of 25, and people are being problematic. Just like people are like, the thing is, there's just one thing that I fail to understand every single time. It's just like, there's people AFK, there's people waiting on like either AFK in the zone, or they are AFK outside of the zone, and then they wait for Discord pings, and then they jump in to leech off of this, and then they also want to, the people who have worked on actually getting it to spawn, to wait even longer for them, the people who have done nothing. So I'm a little yeah, nah. My opinion about this is a little, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, the mechanics are pretty straightforward in this boss, really. A lot of it is just avoiding AoEs. And Center of Conviction doesn't really do that much. The biggest issue, however, are these ads, though. They will start to willow you down over time. So normally you're supposed to kill them, but normally it doesn't matter if everybody just joins in and kills on the boss, but, you know. Ardent Caress, I think, is a tank buster, by the way. No? That's just a raid fight, okay. I think she just do a tank buster, but I don't remember the name of it. If it even has a proper name. It could just be something else. Anyway, I got what I needed. I'm going to go and now... I'm gonna be right back, because I'm gonna need to prepare some stuff. I need to go and eat and everything, so yeah, I'll be back once I'm fully prepared to go and finish off Eureka Pyros. Alright. I have returned. Before I... Okay, yeah. Okay, wait. I have returned. It is true. I'm still here. I'm just fumbling something else right now, like a professional content creator. That definitely needs to do this now for some kind of a reason. Wait a moment. And there we go. Anyway, I got the stuff that I needed, so we now have all of the Pyros crystals that we need. I have a couple of Panthesia's flames, so I need 2 more, which is just 100 crystals. I need 650 crystals for the entire weapon. And then I also bought some of these logograms, and I got some of these logograms while going through Pyros. So now we're going to go and have ourselves some fun with making logos actions for a little bit, because we're going to need at least 30 to get the weapons. We're going to need more to unlock more of it. So let us begin, shall we? Let's go and first see which ones I already have. So I'm going to be using, I showed you guys this yesterday too, or like the last time that we were talking about logos. There is this entire logos action menu, like a website, whatever, with the Eureka Tracker website. And this will basically tell you what you will need to get a certain actions. And you can also just click them off over here, which is what I'm going to be doing. So let's go and take a look at reviewing my logos actions, and I'm just going to mark off the ones that I already have, that I've already gotten. So Paralyze, and then Spirit Dart is one that I have. I have Backstep, Incense, which apparently exists. Never knew that was a thing. And I also got Reflect for, you know, reflect healing. I like reflect leveling, because why not? Okay, so let's take a gander, shall we? There is wisdom. Like I've gotten. Let me see. Yes, can I? Thank you. So I've already gotten Wisdom of the Ether Weaver, Wisdom of Martialist, Plate Bearer 2. Normal Protect is not something I've gotten yet, so let's go and just get that one. Where are you, Protect? Protect, oh Protect, where are you? Where art thou? Oh Protect. If I can fucking find it, jeez. Wisdom of the something. So I've like spent way too much time outside, and now my nose is very stuffy. Let's go and get Faint, which will deliver an attack with potency and reduces the target's evasion, which is a very nice one. It's also just infinite uses, so this is a really nice one. Actually, I really should have gotten this one for like so many situations. I never knew that it was actually this easy. Let's see. Where are you, Faint? There we go. And then Backstep we already had. There was this one, yep. Normal Tranquilizer, which will stun any target around you. I'm just going to destroy this because I don't really care too much about it. Where is the Tranquilizer? Imagine knowing where your stuff is. Esuna. I have not gotten Esuna before. Esuna is what you would expect it to be. It just removes a detrimental effect. Right, that should be somewhere around here, right? That's the spell. Shall... Man, why is this so difficult for me to find? I mean, I guess I am making it difficult for myself. And then Incense I've already gotten. No, that's... No, actually, I don't think I have. No, I have. Incense is the... Yeah, that's the tank. The provoke, basically. Normal Raise, which is a really good one. I think I'm just gonna, like, put that in here, because this could actually be useful for me. There we go. And then a normal Shell, which I haven't gotten yet. Let's go and just destroy that one though, because I don't really need it. Okay, and then we have Cure L2, which will give me a cure, like an even more powerful cure, but can only be used by a DPS. So I'll just get rid of you. Cure 2. There we go. Okay. And then there's Stone Skin, which it's very interesting. Generates a barrier around the target that absorbs that damage totaling of 10% of target's maximum HP. So yeah, Stone Skin used to be an ability that you could have as a... What was it again? I think it's something that you learned as White Mage, but I could be wrong. Anyway, that is all the stuff that I've gotten from this. Let's take a look. So, Wisdom of the Ordained is one thing that I can try to go for, which is with one of my curatives. But, you know, we got enough things, so now he's gonna start talking. Wonderful news, madam. Owing to the data you helped us gather with the logos manipulator, we have made a tremendous breakthrough. I informed Master Geralt of this as well, just but moments ago. He should be joining us any moment now. No, I see the loss is here too. I reckon you've heard the big news then? You've devised a way to augment your weapon further. Just a little, but it ought to tide you over for a time. If you can, bring me the necessary materials and I'll get to work straight away. And if you're not, then why in the seven hells are we doing this? Am I right? So don't keep me waiting. Well, I suppose he has a point. Anyway, should we achieve another breakthrough in our research, I will inform you at once. Right, I may enhance my weapon even further. If I wanted to, that is. Right, let's go and let me get one of my curatives to get Wisdom of the Ordained. So that we can have that one in our collection of things. There we go. And then we've got Wisdom of the Guardian, which I can, in theory, actually get with a much easier way than using the protective stuff. But at the same time, I'm going to be using the protective stuff to get the other one anyway, so may as well. Although, let me check. Because what are we trying to go for? Wisdom of the Guardian. And Wisdom of the Guardian is used in a little bit of things. I suppose. Oof. Oh yeah, there is quite some... Okay, that... okay. So I'm not going to be using that one. Which means I'm going to be using, I think, Protect and Wisdom of the Plate Bearer? Is that how I get that? Wisdom of the Plate Bearer and Protect, yes. So, Protect, Wisdom of the Plate Bearer. And that should give me Wisdom of the Guardian, which reduces damage taken by 45% while increasing maximum HP by 10%, which is pretty dang good for a tank. However, actually, I guess I can replace, like, Protect. I'm not going to use that anyway. Okay, let's go and mark that off. Now we have Wisdom of the Skirmisher, which is Wisdom of the Martialist and a Feint, I guess. There we go, and Feint. And that gives us, just increases damage by 20% for any DPS. But I don't really care about that for now. Now we have Wisdom of the Watcher, which is Stealth plus Stealth. How do I get Stealth again? Stealth is from the tactical logos. But, you know, first this. Thank you so much for your hard work, madam. As you may have guessed, we've made yet another breakthrough in our research. Master Geralt wishes to speak with you as well on this momentous occasion. Well done, lass. All your messing about with the manipulator of ours is paying off and then some. Bring me your weapon and the various tidbits I'll need. Quickly now, I'm itching to put this new method of mine to proof. I feel glad I might to see him so enthusiastic, even if it is a bit frightening. And then we can enhance it even further, which we will do once we are done. You know. What are we doing again? Right, 2 stealth, which means I need to go and talk to you and get the tactical logos appraised. So there's Featherfoot, stealth, and another stealth. So, stealth and stealth. And it gives me Wisdom of the Watcher, which increases evasion by 25% while reducing damage dealt by 5%. 4 tanks, so you can just increase your evasion, apparently. I can't say that I'm very interested in that, but sure. Wisdom of the Templar, which is Wisdom of the Skirmisher plus Cure 2. Wisdom of the Skirmisher is, well, it's either that or... Right, yeah, that's Martialist and Feint, I can just do that. No, I can't. Shit, no, I need the actual... Or, it's either that or... Okay, yeah, Give me a moment, y'all, give me a moment. This is slightly confusing. So, Plate Bearer, Cure, Cure, and then a Stone Skin. There we go. This gets Wisdom of the Plate Bearer. which reduces... Wait. That's weird. Why? Huh? That's weird. Well, that didn't work out as I wanted it to. Let's go and just get a Wisdom of the Skirmisher and add a Cure to each of it. Which would be the offensive logograms. There's Bloodbath, a classic, and Wisdom of the Skirmisher. Let's go and just get... Okay, just a lot of Bloodbath. Not really what I wanted, but sure. Ah, my nose! Good God. So, Wisdom of the Skirmisher, and then a Cure L2. There it is. Which increases healing magic potency by 50% and maximum HP by 30, while reducing damage dealt by 5%. So you can make yourself as a healer basically a tank. There we go. Then we have Wisdom of the Irregular, which is Wisdom of the Martialist, Incense, and Skirmisher. Or Wisdom of Skirmisher and Guardian. Let's see. Martialist, Incense, and Skirmisher. I should have that, right? I have Incense, I have the Martialist one. I have a lot of like stuff to get the Martialist stuff, so... Now I just need another Skirmisher thing. There we go. So, once again, to be 100% sure, Skirmisher, no, sorry, Martialist. Yep. Incense, L. Like, L just stands for logogram, by the way. Or logos action. And a Wisdom of the Skirmisher. There we go. Wisdom of the Irregular. Increases damage dealt by 30% while reducing magic defense by 60%. So, that's very interesting. And this is for DPS. There we go. Then we have Wisdom of the Breathtaker, which is something I can just get from one of the things. That's something I can get from Obscure, apparently. Or I can just make it myself with Featherfoot and Stealth. Let's go and get more Stealth then. With the Tactical. Featherfoot and Stealth. That is if I can get Stealth. Yes? Jesus Christ. RNG, my friends. Don't you love it? Okay, Featherfoot and Stealth. Wisdom of the Breathtaker increases poison resistance and movement speed, including mind speed, and increases evasion by 10%. So it just makes you faster. Spirit of the Remembered, which is something you can get from protective logos. Can I actually make this too? Wisdom of the Martialist and Wisdom of the Guardian, or Wisdom of the Ether Weaver, Martialist, and Plate Bearer. Actually, yeah. I feel like that one would be easier then. It's just all three of these together. You can get conceptual logograms so easy. Like just fight some sprites and you'll get it. It's ridiculous how many, like how much you can get to. Anyway, this increases your maximum HP by 10% and accuracy by 30%, and it grants you a 70% chance of automatic revival upon KO. This is something that will be like a requirement for certain content. So I'm gonna replace this. I'm gonna put this in one of my actually, yeah, fuck Feint, I don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to this one because I'm gonna need it in the future for when I'm gonna do Baltese and Arsenal. Alright, so then we have Death, which is Raise and Dispel. I don't have Dispel though. Is there a better way to get that? Raise, Tranquilizer, Tranquilizer. Do I have Tranquilizer? Yes, I do. One, and then Raise. So, Death does what I think it does. KO's target. The less the target's HP, the greater the chance of success. Works on some enemies, doesn't work on other enemies. Depends on what you... on what job you are too. I think I can only DPS use that? I did not pay attention to that. Anyway. Next up, it's Focus, which is Bloodbath, Bloodbath, and Bloodbath. Or Wisdom of the Skirmisher and Bloodbath. I've got more of these, so I'll just use 3 of those Bloodbaths together. And it gives me Focus, which grants a stack of Boost up to a maximum of 60 and increases potency of the next weapon skill by 30% per stack. So you can just kind of like keep using this and boost up, boost up, boost up until you get to 30. Oh, sorry, 16. And then you will do a weapon skill Like you will do, like the next weapon skill will do just a crap load of damage. So it's gonna be very good if you're DPS and you care about that. Okay, let's go and get rid of that one. Then we have Paralyze 3, which is either 3 Paralyzes or a Spirit Dart and Paralyze. Don't have Spirit Dart. How do you get Spirit Dart? Is that, let's see, Spirit Darts. Oh, that's inimical. Sure, I'll go and just get more of those. I have a lot of those too, so. Actually, not a lot. I thought I had more. Well, anyway. There we go. What was it again that I needed? Paralyze and Spirit Dart. Or I can just use 3 Paralyzes, actually. Fuck it, I'm just gonna do that. It's also conceptual stuff, so getting it is not too difficult. Afflicts target on all nearby enemies with paralysis. It's the same as a normal thing, just AoE this time. But I'm gonna destroy it because I have no use for it. Then we have Swift, which is Featherfoot and Featherfoot. Since I have a lot of these, I may as well. This is a fun one. Swift is fun. Greatly increases movement speed. It's gonna make you zoom around like crazy. It's ridiculous how fast you go with this thing. And then we have normal Featherfoot. There we go, which increases your evasion by 15%. Which, you know, I guess can be useful, but not really used it that much or needed to use it. Next up, we have a thing that either requires Wisdom of the Guardian or a lot of Spirit Darts. Let's just go for like the Bloodbath. Because your Catastrophe deals unexpected damage to all enemies nearby with a potency of 400 while dealing damage with a potency of 1,000,000 to yourself. So it's basically a kill yourself move. Right, then we have this spell, which I just have one of these, so I may as well. The spell does what you would think it does. It removes 1 beneficial status from a target. So you can remove debuffs. So you can move buffs from enemies with that. And then we have Stealth, which I still don't have. Let's go and... Wait, Wisdom of the Ordained is the... Yeah, no, I need to get Stealth then. But first we're gonna have another talk with this guy. I must say, madam, that your hard work and dedication never ceases to impress. I'm sure you know full well what tidings we have to share, but let us allow Master Geralt the honors. No? What are you two standing around like a couple of slack-jawed imbeciles for? Staring at me like you're waiting for a grand and momentous announcement of some sort. Bah, bugger that. I'm pulling your leg, lass. We've been hard at work, me and Miss Kryles, poring over your data, and we've done it. Found ourselves a way to push your weapon to our very limits. We have. Which isn't to say that there's nothing to be gained from further research, though. No, I reckon there's a few more ways I might put these thrice-dead names to good use. And road, keep on playing with the manipulator and seeing what you can't learn. Suck up all the knowledge and wisdom this goddamn place has to offer, and then share it with us. You won't be disappointed. What in the world is he talking about? I can only assume it's something other than Eureka weapons, though I honestly can't say what. Still, if he believes there's something to be gained from further research, then I must implore you to carry on with your experimentation. For recording 50 or more of these, we will get another thing, which is what we're working on. Slowly but surely. Right, I'm gonna need stealth. I'm gonna need to upgrade some more of my tactical logograms and hope that I can get stealth. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Stealth. Blend in with your surroundings and making it impossible for most enemies to detect you, but reducing movement speed by 50%. So you basically get to use the hide action that ninjas can use. Or rogues, like whatever. Alright, next up, Wisdom from Martialist, Backstep, and Feint. Martialist, Backstep, and Feint. There we go. For Ethereal Manipulation, which rushes to a target side. It allows you to just teleport to somebody if you wanted to. There we go. Then we have Normal Bloodbath. Which is, for a tank, or for anybody really, it's really good. Converts a portion of damage dealt into HP. So this is like Bloodbath that you can use on any melee DPS, and yeah. This can be really good when you're tanking. However, it is not particularly easy to get, because you have to get the offensive logograms, and the only way you can get offensive logograms is from gold coffers, from the bunny fates. So, you know, these things are kind of rare. Do I want to replace anything with that? I guess I'm gonna get rid of the race. It's not my job to raise people. Right, then we have Rejuvenate, which is, well, I'm gonna need another bloodbath. Or I could use another bloodbath, let me say it like that. There we go. Please give me another bloodbath, thank you. Okay, and then it's going to be bloodbath and something else. Bloodbath and shell. Do I have a shell? I don't think I do, actually, yeah. Where do I get shell from? Mitigative, right. These ones are also surprisingly expensive. Stone skin, shell. How do you even get those, mitigative? Actually, you can get them from spites, from like specific spites. So maybe it's not that actually. It's not that rare. I don't know. So what were we doing again? Bloodbath and shell, right? Bloodbath and shell. Gives us Rejuvenate. Instantly restores 50% of your maximum HP and MP. Recast timer of 30 seconds. I don't care about this. I don't care about most of these in all fairness there. Anyway, Wisdom of the Martialists again. Then we get Incense and Featherfoot. Which gives us Haymaker. Delivers an attack with a potency of 300. Can only be executed immediately after evading an attack. And it inflicts, he has an additional attack of inflicting slow upon the enemy. And then we have Rapid Recast, which is Esuna and Dispel. Dispel and Esuna. Shortens recast time for next ability used by 50%. And you can use it 50 times. With a recast timer of 90 seconds though, so don't really care too much about that. Then we have Cure L3, which is two of the Cure Logos 2s. Which I actually have. Restores own or target party members' HP and all nearby party members, and all party members nearby targets. So it's literally a Cure 3 that you get to use as, well, anything that isn't a healer. Don't care though. And then we get Regen, which is Cure, Cure, and Faint. I don't have Cure anymore. Where do I get those? From Conceptual. So Cure, Cure, and Faint. Let's go and just go through a couple of these. Till I get 2 Cures. There we go. Right, Cure, Cure, and Faint, right? Yep. Do I have another Faint? Nope, I don't. Faint is the fundamental ones, okay. I have a lot of those too, so. And there's my Faint. So again, with Vigor, Cure, Cure, and Faint. If I can find it, there we go. And we get Regen, which just, you know, applies Regen with a cure potency of 2,500, by the way. That is quite some potency right there for a heal. Once again, you can use it as everything that isn't a healer. I don't really care about it there, so. And here comes the big one. The big one. I'm going to need a Wisdom of the Skirmisher. Which may be more difficult than I want it to be, considering how little I have left. And you tend to get a lot more bloodbath. Okay, thank you. So I needed a Wisdom of the Skirmisher, and then I'm going to need Wisdom of the Guardian and Ordained. I'm going to need to use some of these protective ones. For Guardian, and Curative for Ordained. Please give me Ordained. Son of a bitch. Dun dun dun. All of this would have been fine if only it wasn't this annoying. I mean, you don't have to do this in all honesty, though. Nobody's forcing you to do any of this. I'm just doing this to myself. But as you can see, they become quite expensive. Is there a better place where I can buy these? Because I feel like I'm being ripped off. Just kind of like a general feeling. I am definitely being ripped off, yeah. To Shiva we go. I'm gonna be right back, because I'm gonna have to run around and get some more stuff. Okay, I'm back now that I have my curative logos. And there's my Wisdom of the Ordained. Right, now combine Wisdom of the Guardian, Ordained, and Skirmisher together. And you get Bravery, which increases target's damage health by 10% for 300 seconds. And you can use it 99 times. This is kind of an annoying one, though. A lot of this is annoying, because I'm gonna need... I'm gonna need this one, and I'm gonna need Bravery. Well, need is a big word. I could use Bravery at a later point. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of Bloodbath. Yeah, sure. I intend to go and do Baldi's Norseman as a DPS, because doing it as a tank, I do not have the experience, and I'm way too scared. So, you know, I think I'm just gonna go into a DPS and just follow along. I'm also gonna need another Wisdom of the Guardian. Thank you. Okay, Wisdom of the Guardian, Protect, and Stone Skin. So Protect, Guardian, Stone Skin. And this gives you Solid Shield, which reduces physical damage taken by 99% for 8 seconds. Recast timer, of course, 300 seconds. But this is something that can basically, like, it can make you survive. Like, a thing that you're not normally supposed not to survive. Let's go and destroy that, though, because I don't really have much use for that. Now I need another Wisdom. Why the fucking... Need another Wisdom of the Guardian. Sure as hell hope that I'll get another one. Okay, thank you. Wisdom of the Guardian, Shell, and Stone Skin. Don't have another shell. Let's go and get more mitigative. Mitigativity. There's my shell. Right. So, what was it again? Guardian, Shell, Stone Skin. Guardian, Shell, Stone Skin. This will give you Spell Shield, which reduces magic damage taken by 99%. Okay, so there's... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. There's a physical and a magical variety of that. Alright, I'm going to need another Wisdom of the Skirmisher. Which is offensive. There we go. Okay, and then I also need Tranquilizer and Spirit Dart. I have Tranquilizer. Do I have Spirit Dart? Yes, I do. That, and that. And that should give me Smite. Delivers an attack on potency of 1000. Can only be executed when your HP is below 50%. And also restores an amount of own HP proportionate to damage dealt. That's interesting. Not that interested, but sure. Next up, I need another Wisdom of the Ordained, Ether Weaver, and Cure 3. Or Cure 2. So, another Wisdom of the Ordained. Please give me it. Thank you. Right. So. Wisdom of the Ether Weaver, Ordained, and what's a Cure, L2? Yes. And we get Refresh, which increases the amount of Magia Ether regenerated over time by itself and nearby party members. It just... Magia, that is very interesting. I've never actually seen that. Anyway, it just restores your MP. Like, it makes your MP rapidly refill. I'm not interested though. There we go. Then we get Banish, which is going to require 2 Dispels. Do I have 2 Dispels? I don't. How do I get those again? Right, Inimical. Inimical. 2 Dispels, please. 1 Dispel, 2 Dispel. Okay, so Wisdom of the Ether Weaver. And then 2 Dispels. Which gives me Banish. Deals unaspected damage with a potency of 200, which inflicts undead targets with Banish L, increasing damage taken by 25%. Interesting. Just, I don't care. And we also have another version of that, which requires a Wisdom of the Ordained and 2 more of those Dispels. Fuck you, man. Now, the spells are fine, it's just the Wisdom of the Ordained that's the problem. If I'm unlucky, I don't get any of them. Right. So, Wisdom of the Ordained, Dispel. Yes? Want to be 100% sure? Yes, okay. And you get just an AoE variant of it. You know, so why not? Then we get Magic Burst, which is something you can make or you can get from a Logos too. which requires Spirit of the Remembered, Wisdom of the Ordained. Are you serious? And Stone Skin? Christ. Okay, I do not have the Stone Skin, so... How do I get that again? That is the medicative, okay. Let's go and get a Stone Skin then. Shell, 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 Stone Skin. Oh boy, I have only 2 of these. Wisdom of the Ordained, phew. Now I need Spirit of the Remembered, which is from Protective Logos. Oof, Christ, I'm scared. I'm just fucking terrified at this point. Okay, so I should have everything that I need now. Right, so... Wisdom of the Ordained, Spirit of the Remembered, and Stone Skin, yes? Spirit of the Remembered, Wisdom of the Ordained, and Stone Skin, okay. And this gives me Magic Burst, which increases spell damage by 100% while increasing MP cost. So usually people tend to combine Magic Burst in combination with Refresh, and then you can just do a buttload of damage. That's what they tend to do in Baldesian Arsenal in any case. We get Double Edge, which requires... I have a Bloodbath still, okay. So Wisdom of the Guardian and Wisdom of the Skirmisher. Skirmisher. And Guardian. Oh my fucking god. Okay, these 2, and then Bloodbath, yes? Wisdom of the Skirmisher, Bloodbath, Wisdom of the Guardian. Yes, okay. And it gives you Double Edge, which increases physical damage dealt while dealing damage to self over time. Stacks increase every 3 seconds up to a maximum of 16. For each stack, physical damage dealt is increased by 15%, and potency of damage dealt to self increases by 360. So, yeah. It just does damage to you while you increase the damage that you output. And then we have Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye Shot, which requires another Wisdom of the Skirmisher and Remembered. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have that. I would need to get it from this one. I would need to get a Spirit of the Remembered. Oh my fucking god. Sweet merciful Jesus. Okay. So, Wisdom of the Skirmisher. Remembered. And Spirit Dart. Which gives you this. Delivers a ranged attack with a potency of 80. Potency increased up to 1000% and lower the target's HP. Generates significant enmity upon use, and it's only usable by ranged attackers. Fist ranged attackers. There we go. And now I have 50. The other 6 that I need are going to... like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, the other things I still need can only be made by having logos of the final island. There's a specific type that drops up there, the obscure logogram. So we'll come back to that later. If at all, really. Excellent, you're here. Master Gerald bade me seek you out, but it seems you saved me the trouble of trudging through the snow. It would seem that his continued work with Nims had nothing at all to do with weapons, but something else altogether. He's been very busy of late. Whoa. If it isn't the hero of the hour, you're a bleeding master of Nims, you are. And let no man say different. I've applied all the data you've supplied us with to a forgotten project of mine, Eureka Gear. Though I forgot all about it, didn't I? Well, I didn't. I thought I'd forgot all about it, well, anyway. Turned out to be a lot easier than I anticipated too. So easy, in fact, that I'm leaving the production of said gear to this here gent. If you want for an improved, for new and improved stuff, speak with him and you'll get it sorted, and that's that. Having issues reading Geralt's dialogue. Things I've been speaking with somebody like for a solid 2 hours, and now I'm just kind of like shotgunning, like machine gunning freaking words. If only you could be so innovative and driven at all times. Perhaps you'd have never been taken in by Robana. In any case, I think it's safe to say that we no longer have need of research data. You may, of course, continue to use the manipulator as you like. Thank you again for your continued assistance. Right, so now that entire shtick is done, let's go and talk to Gerald and upgrade our weapons. Or Gerald. I continuously swap between the two, whatever. Let's go and upgrade the handgun. Right then, let's get started. Bring. Let's see, we're required to put the power of Pyros into your weapon and giving her a new lease on life. I'm just right off thinking that's the best I can do, though. With the right knowledge and materials, I'm certain we could push even further. That is what I'm here for. Right, and the gun and 200 Pyros crystals. I forgot to go and buy the 2 more penny flames that I need. So I should go and do that after this. Right, let's go and get those first. Just like in the 2 islands before this, there is going to be a bird watcher. I think it's called. Yep. And this guy will be able to trade you some of your gems for, or some of your crystals for the big boss materials. There we go. So now I have, in theory, everything that I need. I hope in any case, otherwise I will be very sad if I don't. It would be a very sad day indeed. Right. No, it wasn't too far. Didn't have much extra. Here's the thing, lass. Before I take my hammer to this weapon of yours, there's an important question I need to put you to. I've put a lot of blood and sweat and tears into this beauty and pushed her to her limits. If I'm going to push her further, you're going to have to make a choice. Her core attributes can be strength and die, but in exchange I'll have to strip her of certain secondary properties, you might say. It's not all bad, though. If I've got the right of it, we should be able to tweak her a little after the fact. Though that'll require no shortage of materials as well. Anyway, last chance. You sure you want to go through with this? Should you choose to strengthen your Eureka weapon further, all bonuses applied to additional properties will be removed. However, similar bonuses can be added afterwards via a different method. Yes. Right then, as long as you're going in with eyes wide open. Blank, blank, blank. Look at me, we've outdone ourselves yet again. We've milked the half-frozen, half-smothering lifeblood of Pyros and with it forged the masterpiece. You hold in your hands the zenith of what this godforsaken hellhole's got to offer. I give you the Pyros handgun. I think there's more to it than that, yeah. So as I mentioned before, I had to strip your weapon of secondary properties in order to push your core attributes beyond our limits. But you'll be pleased to hear that there's a simple method by which you might imbue it with the properties it lost, if not still better ones. Give over that kettle I gave you in progress, would you? That ought to do it. I've made a few modifications that should enable it to soak up the unique energies of Pyros. You're welcome, by the way. Once it's brimming with vitiated ether, you'll need to seek out another crystal forge and use it like before. The one in progress won't do. I reckon there's one around here, though I'm damned if I know where to look. And once you've got a stock of smoldering protein crystals, you can use them in conjunction with the Nimworks to enhance your weapon further. Comes with a manual, by the way, so if you're feeling responsible, maybe take a look before you get started. Why can't you use vitiated ether crystals of progress? Bugger me. What do I look like, a bleeding etherologist? No use killing the messenger, lass. You want a convoluted explanation as to why you got to jump through a new set of hoops eerily similar to the last? Go and ask Miss Cryle. Else, I did just that not long ago, and she buried me with a mountain of gibberish and equations. All I took away from it was that only the vitiated ether of Pyros would do. Made me feel like a bleeding idiot, to be honest. Actually, given that you're no etherologist yourself, it might be best if you don't ask for an explanation after all. But never mind all that. You know what you need to do. So go out there and do it. The end nears. As you defeat enemies in the Forbidden Land, Eureka Pyros, your Eurekan kettle will gradually accumulate vitiated ether. Smoldering protein crystals are created by converting accumulated vitiated ether with the aid of a Mark II crystal forge. In order to enhance a Pyros weapon, you must possess the requisite quantity of smoldering protein crystals. Through the use of the numworks, you may imbue your Pyros weapon with additional properties. The strength and nature of these properties will be determined at random. Moreover, should you possess sufficient smoldering protein crystals, this process may be repeated. So, you need 2 crystals per attempt that you do at this, and, well, it is like it said it. So, currently, the weapon has no secondary stats. It only has its 2 main stats. As a result, you're gonna need to get 2 of these vitiated ether crystals, or vitiated Pyros crystals, whatever the hell. And then you can let the RNG gods decide your fate in what stat you will get. My skills pale in comparison to his. Master Geralt, or Geralt, whatever, has bade me oversee the production of all Eureka armor as for the foreseeable future. Should you have need of any pieces, you need only provide the requisite materials. So here is the elemental armor. Let's go and take a look at what it looks like. Anybody who has played this game for a considerable amount of time will recognize this armor because it is quite popular. And I will say it does have a certain charm to it. Although, for me it is kind of like just a little bit too, just like too beefy. This is just the base version though. You can dye it too. You can dye it in whichever color you want. If you want to be white, like whatever, you can just dye it just like any other piece of armor. But right now this is like its base state, and it has a better form of it too later down the line, like on the next island. So I would say look forward to that, because those ones are the ones that people tend to wear, because that's a very unique piece of armor. Basically, it starts like it's like a relic armor. Basically, it gives off light when you upgrade it. So let's go ahead and check out the striking gear. The most popular gear of like all of this is definitely the tanking gear, though. The tanking and maiming gear is something that a lot of people really enjoy. The rest is less popular in its design. So the striking and scouting gear share the same-ish design, as far as I'm aware. Let's go and take a look at the next scouting thing, which is just identical to what I was already wearing, apparently. It's not even like any different. Actually, it's like maybe a little bit different, but really not a lot. And then aiming is going to just be the same thing, but then either like just like a slightly different piece of gear. It's really not that different. The colors change, especially once you upgrade it. Like I think the magical colors that it gives off, like the shininess, I think also has quite some changes. And then the casting gear looks even worse. I really don't like the casting gear. Like casting, like both casting and healing are of course the same, just different colors. But yeah, these ones I do not really like at all. The only one of these that I would even remotely consider using is the tanking and maiming gear. But other than that, we have done everything that we need to do on this island other than the main quest. So that is what we will still be doing, and then we are out of this place. It's so simple, and how could I have not seen this earlier? Huh? It's a massive ward, one which encompasses the whole of the isle. By diverting the ethereal currents as they did, Grandfather and the others transformed the Isle of Val into an arcane ward. But that was only the beginning, for what Grandfather later realized was that by inverting the pattern and reversing the ethereal flow, the primal could be slowly drained of ether, eventually killing it once and for all. Oh, how to explain? It's like your Magi board, yes. Imagine the entire Isle of Val is one giant Magi board. Not exactly, of course, but close enough. Every confluence marks a blockage in the ethereal flow, reducing the effectiveness of the board, but with every blockage removed, the effectiveness increases and the ward holding the primal in place grows stronger. On second thought, that's not at all similar to the Magi board, but never mind that. The important thing is that removing the blockages is key to strengthening the ward, and to that end, we've made great strides. But as it was with Pagos and Animus before, we cannot simply clear the smaller blockages and call it a day. To completely restore the flow within a given region, we need to, in essence, align certain key points. Right, to return to my rather poor metaphor of a magi board, these would be analogous to pieces of magicite, perhaps. Naturally, given the scale of the ward in question, these would need to be far larger than the pieces in our possession. For a region the size of Pyros, we would need at least 4... 4 what? 4 what? Aetherite? Aetherites. By the 12th, for whatever inexplicable reason, I simply cannot help but miss the most obvious solution. I wonder if this is why the founders were so devoted to the study of Aetherite technologies. All the while they were constructing an Ethernet that served a second secret purpose. I'm glad you're here to show me the light lane. Nodders. No nodders. Gods, for a moment I thought it was an earthquake. I sense a disturbance in the ether, but this doesn't make any... Oh no. We have to go to the proto-aetherite right now. Run, bitch. Run. You're just gonna move on to another cutscene? Yes, okay. No, this is all wrong. It was working perfectly fine before. How could this have happened? How indeed. Hey Chica, what have you done? I have removed a rather vexing impediment from the equation. The proto-aetherite was integral to the ward. You know, and yet you... Help me to understand it, Chica. As if either of you ever could. No, I think I'll let him do the talking. Breaker of chains, thou hast kept the faith. The covenant is forged. Bear just and true, hand worthy to wield the blade. And what a magnificent blade it is. Pure ether by my reckoning. Perhaps the finest blade ever forged. All that I wanted and more. Such strength is now mine to command, to use as I see fit. Is this the power that sets your heart racing, O brave and beloved adventure, when you hold your enemy's life in your hands? This isn't you, Ajika. Don't you see? The primal is clouding your mind. Oh, dear Skryl, you could not be more wrong. I see it all so clearly now. With open eyes have I welcomed this power into my being. Welcomed the glory of Eureka into my heart. In light she walketh, and in light she abideth, as did the one before who tried and failed to lay us low. But now we have a champion. Ajika, don't do this. Don't let it make you its thrall. I am and ever will be my own master, Kryl. I will wait for you within the tower, and its prison. But be warned, I will not wait forever. Ajika! I don't know what to do. Okay, another cutscene.
I don't know what to do, even after reinforcing the frame. It's not enough to stabilize the internal components. At this rate, we'll never get it up and running again. If you were in the Charlian motherland, perhaps I'd have all the necessary equipment at my disposal, but it's on the other side of the world. Not only did Ajika destabilize the regional Ethernet, Afia may have shattered the ward grandfather and the others put in place. If so, then there's nothing stopping Eureka from feeding upon the ethereal currents. Eventually it'll be strong enough to shatter the barrier, encompassing our headquarters, and once that happens, it's all over. He succumbed to the Primal's influence, hasn't he? I don't want to believe it, but after everything you said and did... How did we come to this? Just when it felt like we were so close to setting things right. If ever there was a time I wished Grandfather were here to offer his advice. Gods, I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to spend another night slaving away for the sake of etherological experiments. For someone so exhausted, you clearly have enough energy to whine. As if it's not taking its toll on you too. I can see it in your face, and hear it in your increasingly curt instructions. What you call curt, I call efficient. If you're so concerned about whiling away the hours, you could spare me the idle chit-chat and leave me to my work. Not all of us coast on reputation and God's given blessings. Chica, I'm not looking for another fight. I'm here to help. You can help by being anywhere but here. I have matters well in hand, and do not require your assistance whatsoever. Oh, you mean now that we've solved those thorny problems which drove you to come to me in the first place? Why am I not surprised that once again you're pushing me away the moment you no longer have need of me? Ah, I knew this was going to happen. Did you now? Then why did you come here? But at 12, Ajika, I don't hate you. I've never hated you. You're exhausting and annoying and rude and a bloody pain to work with. But you're also driven and clever, and God's help me, I actually enjoy your company. And I think your research has merit, and I want to see you succeed. Is that really so hard to believe? If you're going to stay, then you should at least make yourself useful. Oh, Kryl, Ajika, you two truly do make a wonderful pair. We do not. Nope. And another cutscene. Judging from that vacant stare of yours, I can only assume that you were walking into my memories. He's always been like that, I suppose. Ever eager to take on the most challenging work, ever unwilling to admit he needs help unless pressed, and then quick to dismiss it after the fact. To someone like me, someone who's accustomed to navigating social circles and being mindful of what people think, his complete and utter disregard for the opinions of others was, quite frankly, admirable. In a way, I envied him. I shouldn't be thinking about him like this, like he's forever lost to us. We must carry on and do what must be done when the time comes. I'm going to need time to reevaluate our situation and determine the best course of action. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. And yeah, we may continue at Elemental level 50, which we already are, because we're just that good. Also, this episode will be long. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna finish this island in this episode. So, just, you know, fair warning. But at this point, the episode's already quite long, but it's gonna be longer than my usual time, so. Hence me telling you this. This very important information. Alright, Kryl. Let's take stock of what we know A deiform entity named Eureka was imprisoned within the central tower of the headquarters of the students of Baldesion by means of a complex arcane ward spanning the entirety of the Isle of Hell. Said ward was then modified by Grandfather and the other founders to slowly drain Eureka of its considerable ether, eventually killing it once and for all. However, with the proto-aetherite no longer operational, the ward has been broken, perhaps permanently. Without the ward to bind or drain it of its ether, Eureka can feed on the ethereal currents to regain its strength and eventually break free of the barrier surrounding our headquarters. Assuming Eureka dates back to the time of Alak, defeating it in the traditional manner would ensure it never returned, as those who summoned it forth are long dead. Yet Grandfather and the others instead elected to imprison it here in the Isle. The question is, why? If for some reason saying it is not an option, then we would need to restore the original ward. Alas, without the proto-aetherite, I cannot see a means to do so. Simply put, we have no good options. That said, we cannot simply throw our hands up and do nothing, can we? I should like to think we are of one mind in that respect. So, in the spirit of trying anything, regardless of how ineffectual it may prove, I would like you to first help me tie up a loose end. I've detected another confluence in East Flame Rock. The last piece of magicite still clogging the ethereal arteries of Pyros, I suspect. I'd like you to go and collect it for me, please. Let's go and get the thing. Yep, okay. So the place where we need to go, my friends, is all the way over here, near where, like, Penny was, so... off we go. I don't think I've, like, shown the a lot of, like, what Pyros looks like. Honest to God, like, a lot of the north doesn't look that, like, spectacular. It's just a lot of, like, magma cave kind of deal. Nothing too special. This is nothing like Animos. I mean, I guess Animos also isn't too special, all things considered. Neither is Pagos. If you're going off of, like, in-game area, like, if you're going off of, like, you know, game areas. Also, another thing, the place you need to go for the crystal stuff is over here. It's the Partisan's Proof. This is where the forge is, so... I'm not going to do that because I have no reason, like, I have no reason and no need to do it. When I originally played, and I got my weapon fully upgraded, I would then also use it in Eureka, so I would then actually go and use the stats on the weapons. So. However, I also only knew that stuff after I basically finished most of Eureka, so, you know. In all fairness, I should have gone to the end and done Baldesion Arsenal way earlier than when I actually did it. That was honest to God the single biggest mistake I've made in this entire game. My entire, like, relic grind. I mean, just multiple mistakes I made. Like with the ARR weapons, or the ARR weapons, I should have. Like, if you like want to go for all of them, you should just slowly but surely accrue all the materials you need. And the same goes for the oh fuck, jeez, let me jump. And the same goes for the Heavensward weapons. Just to gather the materials you need via the tombstones or any other way over time. And then once you have all the materials you need, then just go and trade it all in and get what you need. But, like, hard grinding your way through these is not a good idea. So can I do this, or am I going to get... okay. No, not another one. Oh. Well, this is tedious. Partly because, well, I don't really have much I can do to fight these guys off. So. I don't have any buffs either, so this is going to take a while. Wasn't smart enough to get the Eureka actions. I could also just straight up die in this place right now. Right here and right now, which would be very annoying. Actually, I can stun you. Probably should have done that while I wasn't on my rampart cooldown. I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die, everybody. Either that or I go and run away and see if I can outrange it. Let's go and give that a shot.
run. Try to outrange it. Make it so I don't aggro any other butterflies. Let's go use this. And then a range attack when it comes in close, maybe? Yes, no? Nope, okay, I'm just not gonna get that. Do not turn around, you piece of shit. Okay, keep on running. Keep on running. Just keep on running. Okay. Good God. It's absolute hell, man. Just absolute fucking hell. Pyros is a pretty... I think Pyros is my... Like, a lot of people call Pagos their least favorite. Pyros is my least favorite. Guaranteed. This place sucks. Right, can these guys fucking move so I can get past? Good enough. It's also really funny how they put like an item right over there. Where we have a blood glider literally like camping that thing. Nice. There we go. Center compliments, you find the blah blah blah. Yes, 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 you do. I am not the only one. Who's here for this? Which makes sense, because, yeah, it's the main story. Alright. Krile! Good, you've returned. I hope your trip was uneventful. And with that, we have the final Magicite of Pyros. Thank you so much for this, and everything else you have done for me. I've been thinking, then, if the ward is the best means by which we might contain and defeat Eureka, then we must restore it. And we must do so without the proto-aetherite we cannot repair. And so I propose to you, what if you were to instead construct a local fauna, a new focal point to replace the void left by the proto-aetherite? I'm quite serious. If you were to utilize the Magicite we have collected thus far, I believe you could construct a facsimile to serve in the aetherite's place. I won't lie, doing this will take significant time and resources, materials and manpower that we lack at present. Even so, I did not read that, I think this is our best option. To achieve this, we'll also need to redirect the ethereal streams to fuel the process, to immerse the Magicite in a torrential flood of ether, namely the endless font rising from Pagos. Whether or not this is even possible is another question altogether. Therefore, I'd like you to perform a simple test for me. The Magicite I've given you has been specially treated to facilitate the absorption of ether. I want you to take it to the Cavern of the Second Cat, which is directly above the fumarole of Pagos. Hold it above the ethereal font and observe how it reacts. Then return to me and report your findings. Thank you. Alright, so where we need to go now is all the way down here. Yep. Which will be also equally scary. Right, I need to go this way. How could I possibly forget? One moment, I wanted to go and open up. I'll like zoom in on the map so I can see which enemies are sound-based. Okay, the Hector Eyes just have pure sight, so I cannot sneak past the Hector Eyes. Cool. Okay. So this is kind of like a shitty situation. How about you move like forward, maybe? I don't think I can get past that guy. Well, I guess I can deal with that. Should be out of range for these guys. There we go. Alright. Okay. It would be nice if you were to, yes. I think I can sneak between these two now. Okay. Pyro shucks are also site-based, so try to stay at their back. Right, and then for this one I would just Pyro shucks, so you can use your sight avoidance. I need to be down there. Okay. The endless font of ether rising from Pyros, from far below, continues into the skies high above. In mere moments, the treated magicite grows bright and warm as it reacts to the torrential stream of ether, as Cryle hoped it would. Okay, let me go and leave thing and re-enter. And back into Pyros. Please tell me you come bearing good news. Good news. What a relief! Then the method I envisioned for constructing an aetherite, fastened with restorative ward, should be viable. And with that, I believe we have once again come to the end of our time together. As I mentioned before, this process will require significant time and resources, which we lack at present. So, there's nothing else you can contribute to our expedition for now. I should say, though, that the next stage of our expedition may well be our last. If we can't gain access to our headquarters soon, then we may be too late to stop Eureka, and then... I'll refrain from grim predictions and the like, especially when I should like to think it will not come to that. We're coming for you, Jika. You have reached the conclusion of this chapter of the Eureka expedition. To continue, you can go and talk to Rodney, and go into Eureka Hidatos. Or Hydatos. How about your Hydatos? Anyway. Let us take a look at the rewards we can get from Pyros. Let me also go and open up this thing for the future. Let me go in here and open up the Pyros thing. So we can check for the chests. 1 moment, I am working on it. There we go. Right. Before we do that, let's first go and open up the chest and see what we can get from the loot boxes that I already have. Or lock boxes. It's not really loot boxes for them. Okay, got a tactical logogram from a guild room chest. Let's just go and open them up by a lot. Let's see if we can get anything good from them. I don't think that Pyros gives anything good though, if I recall. But I guess we'll see once we check the reward list. I can find like the proper rhythm to click. No, there's a rhythm to it. I would know because I've opened fucking thousands of them. Thousands upon thousands. How many do I still need to do? 26, okay. Currently got people expecting me, so I kind of want to move on if I can. Alright, so what I got from that is nothing too special. The thing I mainly got was materials to make the potions, materials, and pieces of kitchenware. Which, you know, well, I guess it's something. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get blasted. So, from the bronze chest, same, you just get 10k gil for each thing, and you also get conceptual and fundamental logograms. So you get more materials, 25k gil. And the Happy Bunny card, or Modern Aesthetics for form and function, and the Archaeodemon horns. And the guarantee that you get for each one of these chests you open up, the silver ones, gives you curative logograms, which can be worth a decent amount of money. And then for the golden ones, 100k gold, or like another 100k gil. You also have a chance to get the Modern Aesthetics and the Elthras horn, or Elthras horn, which is the like the fire, the basically like fire yeti looking thing. And you can also get one of these to guaranteed offensive or protective logograms. Right, and then we can go down here for the Pyros lockbox, which can give you the spice rack, glass jar, adventure pack, wooden cups, wooden plates, all of the materials you need for making the potions, and a Dalmal calf, and then the other stuff we've seen, which is materia and clear demo materia for money. And then we have the heat warped one, which has a higher chance to give you the Dalmal calf, samurai boarding, ballroom etiquette for scheming, technical logograms, a Eureka potion, and some more materia. So there we go. That is all of the stuff for the Forbidden Land Eureka Pyros. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Ladair Lounge, where we played Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode we are going to go and enter Hiratos and see how far we can make it through that place. Goodbye.